Okay, so maybe this one will actually work, but I had about a 5-minute video that in the middle of me driving just cut off. So I guess I'll explain again. Once I have to blow on this, and I'll explain in a second. So what that is that I have to blow in that every single time that I get in the car, and it'll periodically have me blow while I drive, because this is my dad's car, and he had some drinking problems in the past, but he's doing a lot better now, and he hasn't had any problems with it anymore. So yeah, he just has to have that in his car. So, and I'm really proud of him, and I love him a lot, and I'm glad that he's made big change. So that's cool. Start the car. So pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk, ask you guys questions, tell stories. I don't know, it's kind of like a vlog, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'm not going to have any music playing though, because I don't want to mess up the audio, and the audio might be terrible. I have no idea, because like it might like bump the stuff, you know, I don't know. So you might not be able to hear me very well. Yeah, I just got back from signing the last few pieces of paperwork for my job. I'm starting here on next Thursday, which is really exciting. I'm gonna work at Rosars. You know, $11.50 an hour to work at Rosars is pretty nice. You know, it's not bad. Actually, it's amazing for a 16-year-old. Yeah. So what I asked earlier in the video before it ended, what are some sort of things that you guys would want to see in like future videos? Like what kind of stuff would you want to see? I'm trying to figure out how to do games on my Xbox so I can play like Fortnite or Madden or something, you know, because those are some games I like to play, you know, gotta be on the train, right? And I like the Seahawks. They're one of my favorite teams, but I like a lot of different teams, so that's kind of how it is. I also like Golden State Warriors, only because they have Steph Curry. That's actually the only reason why. I could not think of another reason why. Because I just think he's a really good player, and I like those swish sound that it makes every time he makes a three. So I guess I don't like Golden State Warriors, I just like Steph Curry. But if you guys want to like leave a like, that'd be pretty dang cool, you know? And I just changed my name. It was Nerd Bucket Whiz Popper, but I felt like that was like too childish, because I made it a little while ago. So now it's Polar Frost 64, because I like polar bears and it just sounds cool. I mean, I think. I don't know if you guys think it sounds cool or not. So that's kind of what's going on. So today at school we had a video that we watched in Spanish, which was a lot of fun. It was called Carlitos. I don't even know the rest. It was like Carlitos something. It was about this little boy that wanted to play soccer, but he lives in an orphanage, and the orphanage guy was super mean. He didn't want him to play soccer. I don't know. It's pretty good. It was a good movie, but it was only in Spanish, so hard to follow. In math, we had a test, which was terrible, because, you know, geometry. It's a thing. High school, gotta deal with it. I just turned 16 February the 9th. I have had my license for about a month now. My favorite color is blue. I like lasagna a lot. It's my favorite food. I'm gonna tell you guys a story I just remembered. So my friend Kyler, right? He's one of my best friends. He goes up at a school called North Central, and I go to Ferris. Well, he's one of like my best friends, right? And me and him like don't hang out too often, but when we do hang out, it's like we haven't missed a single day. You know, like we've been hanging out all this time, haven't stopped hanging out, you know, and so it's like probably twice a month, and it's a lot of fun. And one of the most recent times, what happened was we were going to Fred Meyer's, and we get in there at Fred Meyer's, and he decides that he is going to run into there. So he starts running on the way, and I have my GoPro on my head, because I have a GoPro too, it's a lot of fun. And I'm using the GoPro, right, one second. So then on the GoPro, he he starts like looking at it and like yelling. He's like, "Watch this! I'm gonna like run through the doors." And the like sliding doors, they're super slow. But I didn't tell him that because I thought it'd be funny if I didn't tell him. So he goes running towards the doors, and they're going super slow. And he hits the sliding doors, the Fred Meyers, and it just pops off his track. And so it was absolutely hilarious because the people like the security guard didn't even he wasn't even mad. He just kept laughing and could not stop laughing because Kyler just runs into the door, you know. And he's a small kid. He's 5'7", like 150 pounds, and I'm 5'7" and 130 pounds, right? And he just runs into the door super hard and just like falls over as the door's like hanging off of its track, which is super funny. And then we went inside and bought some stuff, you know, he's coming over for the night. And then we just went home and had a good night. It was a lot of fun. My friend Kyler does a lot of crazy stuff, like a lot of crazy stuff. He's a fun guy. Another good story. So my dog Kyra, she passed away about 1 year and 3 months ago. Sometimes it's hard for me to talk about, so I'm sorry if I get teary or anything, but she was like my best friend for like most of my life, right? And I'd known her for 12 years when she died, because I got her when I was 4, and I'm 16 right now. She died when I was 14, I guess, so a little bit longer than 1 year and 3 months. So then all the other dogs at the pound my parents took me to would just sit there and like hide back, you know, or like bark at me or something. And I'm like 4 years old walking up to these cages, and then she's the only one who didn't. So they think, we really want a small dog, but I guess we can get a big dog. So then they decide to let her out of the cage, and she gets out. So the lady opens the thing and then puts like, you know, goes put the rope choker thing around her, like to hold her, like a leash. And all of a sudden Kyra slips out of it and runs up to me and just sits down right in front of me. And I just fall up onto her, and she's a big dog. She was a deerhound. German? No. Irish deerhound. She's an Irish deerhound. She's a pretty big dog. Not too big, but pretty big. And I just like fall on top of her and I'm hugging her, and my parents said that they've never seen like a dog be so in love with me before. And so then ever since, me and her have been best friends, or we're best friends, I guess. And we always were spending time with each other, and we're loving. And one time she decided that it was a good idea to run away from our house, and this is the first time she ever did it. She runs away, and we lived on like a busy kind of road, but like it wasn't like our street wasn't busy, but like right down the street, about a block down, there was a gas station and then a crossroad going up a hill that was like a street hill. So there's people going constantly, like cars constantly going by. And so then she starts running there and just keeps going until she finally slows down, and my dad's like chasing after her down the road, but he's like quite a ways back because she's a fast dog. And all of a sudden she just like stops, and he looks up, and the cars are going by, and it's a red light for the people going in the direction that she wanted to go. And she stops at the crosswalk and just sits there. And my dad's like, this is insane. So he gets like right up next to her as the light turns green, and then she runs across once the cars stop. So it's not that like she saw what colors they were, it's that she was such a smart dog that she knew when to go and when not to go. Like, and I'm hopping on the freeway right here, so it's going to get kind of loud, so I'm going to roll out my window. So then, so she is like super loving dog and everything, and my dad just sees this happen, and he's like, this is insane. You know, like a dog just stopped at a stoplight, essentially, and didn't go, and then as soon as the light turned red for the other people, she runs across the street. And the second time she wasn't as smart, so we think it might have just been a coincidence, because she jumped over a car that was stopped when it was going to turn, and it stopped for a pedestrian walking by, and she just jumped on the hood of the car and kept running. after she jumped off the car. And so it was pretty funny, but I mean, I don't remember any of it because I was just a little kid, about 5 years old. And my parents just tell me about it all the time, and it was pretty good. But yeah, the way she passed, she had cancer in her stomach and her foot, and it was going to cost a lot of money to amputate her leg, to then have the same thing happen again in her stomach after after like a while, and the cancer would essentially come back. So then we finally decided to put her down, and I don't know if any of you have ever put down a dog before, but if you watch the way that it happens, like how fast it happens, it's insane. Because I was sitting there and I'm like petting her, I'm like, I love you, Kyra, like, goodbye, and I give her a hug, and then I say goodbye to her one more time, and she's not moving, and this is about 3 seconds after the lady injected the stuff that puts her down peacefully. And it worked so fast. Within a matter of seconds, she was completely, like, gone. And it was crazy because I said bye to her one more time and her eyes didn't even move or anything. It was really sad, but I knew that she was in a better place because, you know, she had cancer, suffering, but she was still always so happy. That's what hurt so much about it. But, you know, it was a life lesson to me that sometimes you just have to let the thing that you love go. And I finally understand that saying that people always say, that sometimes life just happens and you have to let it happen. And ever since, I've lived my life like that things happen for a reason, and that reason will always be good, no matter what. Even if it doesn't seem like it's raining right now, great. Even if it doesn't seem like it's a good reason at the time, then at some point it will be good. And I think that the reason was that it could teach me a lesson on that sometimes you have to let the things that you love go. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I'm going to assume that this isn't all you guys want to see, so, like, make sure to comment and, like, tell me how your day was, and at the same time tell me, like, what else you guys want to see on the channel, because I would love that. That would be so awesome, because then I could add wherever that is, you know, I could do some phone games if you guys like watching phone games, I don't know, because I know how to record for that, at least. I can't let this person in, because I'm about to get off freely. So then, I want to tell you guys about theater that I'm in. So I'm in drama at Ferris. So I'm in theater arts, right? And it's such a great program. And it's just, I love it so much. And we did, one of the most amazing ones that we did Outside Year. And I don't know if many of you know what that is, but it's a really, really good book and show, or movie. And I loved watching it. One sec. I'm trying to focus on getting over here. Just about to have room. Let's see. Go. Alright. And so then it's about this boy. I guess I can't really remember. It's been so long, so I guess I'm not going to try to explain it because I don't want to be wrong. But then another one that we did Addams Family, which that one I wasn't in. I auditioned, but I didn't come for the second day, so I couldn't get in. And then we also did Cinderella, which I was in for a little while, but then I had to drop it because I was focusing on school more than that. And then the most recent one I was in Midsummer Night's Dream, which is Shakespeare. Absolutely terrible to memorize. And I ended up getting put into a role about about a day, almost exactly just a day before before the first performance, like the first actual performance. And I had to memorize all this. So what it is, "Here, mighty Theseus," and then he says his lines, "there is a brief how many sports are ripe. Make choice of which your highness will see first." And then he says more lines. "A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I've ever known a play, but by 10 words it is too long, making it tedious, for in all the play there is not one word apt, one player fitted, and tragical, my noble lord, it is. For Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which when I saw rehearsed, I must confess, made mine eyes water. But more merry tears, the passion of loud laughter never did shed." And, and hard-handed men at work here and he asks, like, what they do play, and I say, "Hard-handed men at work in Athens here who have never labored in their minds till now, and toiled their unbreathed memories with this same play against your nuptial." So they're saying that what I'm saying is he's making a joke. They're making a joke of his marriage, because it's a marriage scene, at the end of the play. And then, they say, and then he's like, he says, and we will see it. I say, no, my noble lord, it is not for you. It is nothing. I have seen it over, and it is nothing. Nothing in the world, unless you can find sport in their intent. And then he gets mad at me, and he's like, no, we will see it, and, like, yells at me. I'm gonna turn off the car here. Just got home. And I'm just gonna sit and talk to you guys for a little bit longer. So he's, yelling at me, and then I go off stage, and I come back, and I say, and so, my lord, the prologue is addressed. And, you know, I had to memorize all that in a day, which it was really hard because it's Shakespeare, you know. But, I mean, it's been 2 weeks since the show, and I still haven't memorized, which is nice. By the way, sorry if you can't see me very well. It's just, I have it mounted, so I can't really, you know, like, here, I'll show you. Like, I have it mounted like that, so it's not the easiest thing. It's also nice because then I don't have to cover the screen. It's nice because I don't have to touch the phone at all, you know, because I'm driving. And, you know, I just kind of wanted to tell you guys about me. That's what this really was. And, if you guys have any more questions or you want to see another video like this, yeah, do something, you know, like, comment what you liked about it or what you didn't like, what I should change. But please try to be nice. I mean, if you're not going to be nice, it's not going to affect me. So, I mean, I don't see a point of being mean, but just try to be nice if you want. And, I hope you guys have a great day and a great life. Please subscribe and like the video, and have a great day. Alright, see ya.